Hi everybody, welcome back. The last video I did was on the pros of Arizona, the area that I live in, and now I just want to touch on the cons. And not too many cons, but that pros definitely outweigh the cons, but like my grandma always said, and I agree with, no place is heaven except for the real heaven. So I got some cons of the Arizona area that I live in. I'm going to touch on. I've been out here for 4 years, and number one, it does get really hot in the summertime, especially June through August, even into September. It can get to be like 117, 118. That's the most I've experienced so far, and maybe I just developed a tolerance to it, but it actually doesn't feel too bad. But you still got to limit no matter who you are, you got to limit your exposure to the sun, to the heat. You can sunburn pretty easily. You definitely have to be careful with, if you're just outside for 15 minutes, I would definitely recommend that you wear sunscreen because I think I've developed more of a tolerance to the sun, but when I first moved out here, like just walking to the mailbox and walking back, I got burned in just 5 minutes. I'm pretty light skinned, my Irish skin, so I definitely have to watch it. But yeah, I use sunscreen now very liberally, and I make sure if I'm out there for a long time that I reapply it at least every hour and a half, every hour and a half to 2 hours, and I don't have issues with getting burned now. Second thing is the roads are constantly under construction. We have really nice roads, but one of the consequences of that is the roads are constantly under construction. If it's not one road, it's another road. So that's something you have to get used to. Traffic patterns, even if the same area is under construction, you got to really pay attention because traffic patterns constantly change. And I think that's one of the reasons that they do have a lot of crash rates are higher in this area. Definitely have to pay more for auto insurance I did back in Illinois. Um, Drivers aren't the best. I don't know. There are a lot of crazy drivers. There are a lot of people here from California, and I know people drive crazy up in California. So I don't know if a lot of them are coming here and driving crazy. People seem to be very famous for not using turn signals. I experienced that a lot, but yeah, I definitely have noticed there are more accidents around here than I witnessed back in Illinois. And I think that's one of the reasons that the insurance rates are higher. And to register a vehicle, you used to be back in Illinois, no matter what kind of car you had, whether you had a big truck or like a smart car, it was the same for everybody. It was like $100 a year. But out here it's different. I had to pay like $300 or over $300 for my car. What they do is the registration is based on the kind of car that you have. That's how they assess it. So yeah, registration in general can be expensive if you're from somewhere else that used to the higher premiums are out here. Um, Depending on where you live, you might have a long commute. Yeah, a lot of people around here they have to commute to the like Temp because I live in the Phoenix suburb, like an hour away. So some people have to commute to Phoenix or Scottsdale, Mesa, Tempe. So you could have like a 45 to an hour commute depending upon where you live. And I'm glad I bought out here when I did. I bought out here 4 years ago. The housing was definitely a lot more affordable. It's really surprising with the financial crisis that we had about almost 2 years ago with COVID. I thought for sure the house prices would be dropping, that the house market would crash, but it's gone up higher out here. A lot of houses have gone up like 200,000 over the last, on average, I'd say over the past few years, and supposedly it's supposed to balance out soon, and there's still a possibility it might crash or might just level out. But yeah, it's one of the cons to this area right now. How housing has really gone up big time. Rent is expensive. You can't really rent a home for less than a couple $1,000s. Like some homes I rent for like 3,500 a month. So you'd have to have probably about 3 or 4 people living there to afford that. Um, it is very dusty out here, and valley fever is a thing you definitely watch out for. Some people have been outside, been exposed to too much dust and gotten that valley fever, especially around, there's so much development out here. So you definitely got to be careful of the being walking around or riding around the construction sites because that kicks up a lot of dust. And due to all the dust, you have to you have to dust your home a lot. You have to wash your car a lot. A lot of times I wash my car, I dust my home, and then like a week later, it looks like I didn't even touch it. There's a lot of car washes out here, a pro, and a lot of those car washes, they have memberships. A lot of people out here have memberships because your car gets dirty so quickly so easily. I don't do that. I just I save money, wash my own car, and don't wash as much as I should. But hey, works for me. So. And then the monsoons and the dust storms can be a challenge if you're caught in them. Definitely pull off. I would definitely recommend if you can't see too well pulling off the road, just wait until it blows over. I did get caught in a monsoon back in August. We had a really big monsoon season out here, and I have a 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive from work. I think it took me about half an hour to drive home, but it was kind of scary. I was going, normally I can go like 50. I was only going about 35 miles an hour. I could only see maybe about 10 feet in front of me, so I definitely had to take it easy. So, yeah, I think that sums it up. That's all the cons I have for Arizona. So, hope to see you out here soon. It's a great place to live despite the cons. A great place to vacation. So, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon with another great video. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Bye.